What's up, guys? It's Rob here, and today we need to talk about Lucid Group stock, ticker symbol LCID, because this stock is up big on some good news, and we're actually hitting a very key resistance level right here that you can see. We were hitting today $28, and this level is very important for Lucid stock because if you look back at the past, I believe 90 days, you can see we've hit it many times and just been bouncing off of it. We don't always get exactly to it, right? But sometimes we do break through before getting rejected. And this has happened time after time after time, right? Again and again, we hit $28. And even more recently, you can see we were hitting $28 just a couple of times before our latest rejection. Now, what's different about today is that we really are boosting up on some really good news. And it's actually a continuation of the good news, and it's fundamental news. The last time that we were hitting 28, we were seeing some really positive news related to this, right? We were hearing that the Lucid Air Dream, I believe, was rated by the EPA at 520 miles of range. And that is the longest range EV vehicle in existence. At least that's been rated by the EPA. And it's 100 miles more than their closest competitor, which I believe might be Tesla. But still, very impressive that Lucid is making the longest range EV vehicle. A lot of people are probably going to want that vehicle. And the reason that we're boosting up so much today, right? You can see we're up 13% based off of where we closed yesterday. The reason is because the Lucid started producing their new Lucid Air in Arizona, and deliveries are expected to begin in October. And this is really great for Lucid because they have not delivered any vehicles yet. This is their first customer-ready vehicle. I believe it says that somewhere. And this is also, their longest range vehicle, 520 miles. So very impressive on Lucid's part. And I really do think that this news could boost us through $28. And if we can get past 28, then looking at the past year, I mean, sky is the limit. The last time we broke through 28, we ended up hitting 64. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen again. Obviously, that was off of a lot of EV hype. I believe this is when Tesla also was making their highs of $900. So it's not guaranteed that, we're going to get that high instantly, right? Long term, I think we have a very good chance of getting that high. But I do think that $28 will not be that important of a resistance level for us too much longer. It might actually turn into a support. And, sometime in the future, once we have continued up past 28, we may end up coming down and bouncing off of 28 at some point on some bad news. So that's something to watch out for, right? If we can get through 28 today, I do expect that we'll likely be able to, even though we are seeing some choppy price action right now. Now, what I have been seeing with Lucid, if you look at Ortex, you can see the short interest data it's not that important compared to a lot of these stocks that we talk about where, there are potential short squeeze plays. However, it is notable to see that the short interest has been rising over the past while, and that's actually created a somewhat sizable position of short interest, right, at 11%. Now, I can see a position or a situation where these shorts may have to cover at some point, if Lucid does break through 28 and we continue much higher. Where these shorts start getting worried, especially on good delivery news. Now, obviously, over these past two bars, the shorts are not looking too worried as we're just kind of plummeting down. However, there is expected to be some volatility. We're still up around 10%. I am still very bullish on Lucid. Don't take into account too many of these kind of vibrating price action and these very quick swings because just because you see a stock shooting down one moment, right, doesn't mean that it can't then rebound over the coming hours and days and end up shooting up, right? If you were looking at Lucid's price action yesterday and just seeing this plummeting down all the way to 24, you would not have expected that we would be at 27 right now and have been hitting 28 earlier today. So, don't discount this entirely. Obviously, it's not great to see Lucid's price dropping. However, do keep in mind that we are still up fairly massively on the day, especially for a stock with this large of a market cap. If you look at Lucid's market cap, we are currently sitting at $39 billion. So it's a fairly substantial company, and it is starting production of the longest range EV vehicle ever rated by the EPA. So very impressive stuff on that account. Now, if you look at Google Trends, this is a search for Lucid stock, LCID stock, and you can actually see that we are getting a ton of attention on Google as well. A lot of people are looking into this stock, potentially even for the first time, right? If they maybe read a news article about the longest range EV vehicle starting production, they may be hearing about Lucid for the first time. And honestly, who wouldn't want to be invested in that? I think that Lucid is a very promising company, especially regarding their range capabilities. I think that's very important to note for them. Now, obviously, we are seeing this drop right here, but we were seeing a massive rise earlier today, and that's somewhat been undone. But it's not the end of the world for Lucid. Obviously, we're still up. I do think that we'll probably see a bounce off of that. I don't expect this to turn into a crash unless there is some news that I was unaware of that just came out. No, it doesn't look like it. Anyways, what I was going to say next was that on Reddit and Wall Street Bets, we are also getting quite a bit of attention. You see, we're up 6 places, up 96% mention wise over the past 24 hours. And basically, this is just more fuel for the fire. A lot of people are turning to Lucid and investing in them. That's why we're up around 8% on the day. And I think that Lucid is probably going to, over the next couple of days, if not today, we are seeing this big drop right here, which is actually deterring me from thinking that we are going to break it today. I mean, maybe we will still. This isn't the biggest drop. It's not like we're making lows of day, right? We still opened lower than this. But we're getting very close to where we opened, actually. And potentially that's going to act as a little bit of a support for us. It looks like it is at $26.45. We are bouncing off of that. We'll have to see what happens with it. Obviously, we see some big volume coming in right here. And right here, sorry about that. Right here, you see some big volume coming in. That's responsible for this big plunge that we've just taken. But it will be important to keep an eye on Lucid and, don't completely discount this plunge, right? If it continues, then it could be something to worry about. If we actually start making lows of day, that's when you might want to start not worrying a ton, because obviously we've seen great news fundamentally for Lucid. If you're a long-term investor, nothing really to worry about with this little dip. I mean, volatility is expected with these kinds of things, especially when a stock is threatening to make new highs. I mean, this just speaks to the strength of the $28 resistance level that we've seen. But that doesn't mean that we're not going to break it over the coming days, especially as new news might be coming out regarding the production of their vehicles and potential, customer orders that may have been placed. So we'll really have to watch out for that kind of stuff, right? We're going to want to see with Lucid if customers are placing orders, if they're pre-ordering. I will probably be releasing a video on that as soon as I hear any news about it. So if you guys are interested, then something you can do is stay tuned to the channel by subscribing. Liking the video would be much appreciated. And other than that, guys, that's mostly what I had to talk about with Lucid today. That's pretty much everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more Lucid stock updates. So other than that, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.